John, I wanted to ask you, your perspective of coming from the creative side for many years
Yep.
and now moving to the media side
Yep.
and sort of your perspective of clients' needs, the changing roles of the media agency, the opportunities perhaps for the creative agencies. But, tell us share with us how the landscape has changed.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I did make the big jump about 3 months ago, and it's interesting because having been in Vegas for 3 days, it feels like I've been here for 3 months. That's the first thing. The reality is everyone asks me, how could you leave behind all that experience in creative and make that jump? I don't look at it as leaving anything behind because I'm bringing all that I've learned from the creative part of the equation, and I'm trying to apply that through a whole new aperture. An aperture that is arguably more powerful, more insightful, more strategic than anything else out there right now, because media is closer to the customer, the consumer, than anything else. We've got the data, we have the analytics that tell us who to go target and how they behave, which sets up the foundation of the entire strategy framework.
Cool. And tell us about looking from the outside out, from the media agency, and to your colleagues, to the world of the creatives. What are their opportunities? Are they, and what are your expectations? And how do you work with the creative agencies? And
Sure.
what are their opportunities now?
Well, I think, so let me pick up that by looking at what's going on in media today. Historically, everyone's thought of media as a bunch of numbers. It's boring, it's the number side of the business. It has never been more exciting to look at the world through the porthole of media right now, because it's not just numbers. There's a lot of talk about AI. We use AI to stand for not only artificial intelligence, we think of AI as artful intelligence, because intelligence in a vacuum that's not usable is nothing. It has no value whatsoever. But by applying the people component, the humanity component, the emotional quotient to the puzzle, it all comes together in a really, really powerful package.
So, what are some of the platforms that you're kind of jazzed about, or you're
Yeah.
excited about as a sort of a media guy now, in terms of investment?
Sure. I think that we're always looking at, it's an overused word, but it's innovation. But innovation as a means to an end, and that end is better experiences for our customers. And so I think augmented reality. I haven't really seen that on a large enough scale quite yet. A lot of talk of robots. Again, are they going to really play an important role in the next 5 years? I don't think so, but time will tell. I'll have people now emailing me by the droves, kind of trying to debate me on that. But I think that voice and connected home and AI is really, really powerful. That's a game changer, because if it can make our customers' lives easier, more fluid, more relevant to how they want to live their life, then that's really, really of high value. And if we can apply that and bring it to our customers and to our clients, that's really powerful too.
What are some of the themes, some of the expectations from the clients here, and generally through your interactions and
Great.
and through prospects for that matter? What do the marketers want?
Yeah, so we're here with over 100 clients, and it's not the usual suspects. We have a great relationship with Apple. Of course, they're here. Intel, of course, they're here. But there are a lot of clients that are here that maybe you wouldn't expect. Cigna, State Farm, Clorox, and they're here because they want to apply innovation and invention to their business models to make it smarter and make it more relevant to the people that they serve.
So, what is your role there as a sort of a shepherd, as a consultant, or?
It's sort of as a trusted advisor to help them navigate through the maze. They say that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I want to make sure that our clients leave armed with a tremendous amount of intelligence. We want to pique their imagination and really push them to think about things from a whole different standpoint.
Share with us your thoughts about television as a medium, where it's
Yep.
going, and how it's changing, and opportunities you see.
So first of all, people still watch a lot of TV. I think the definition of what is TV and what isn't TV is shifting, and it's changing over time because of how people consume content. And there are only a certain amount of hours in a day, but more and more people are consuming more and more content. They're doing it through traditional TV channels. They're doing it through constant streaming video. Video is an important play for us right now in all forms, For every trend, there's a counter trend, so both long form video and very, very, very short form episodic video as well. So we're looking at it really through the standpoint of video and what's breakthrough and what's not, and what's relevant and what's not.
And also, I wanted to ask you, I know, John, you've been very involved with cause marketing
Yes.
with the American Red Cross
Yep.
of New York. And I wanted to ask you, in these times when there's so much going on and there's such a demand, what is sort of the role, opportunity of brands to be involved, either associating with a cause, in terms of, and we've seen, post-hurricane, post other things, given your perspective being involved with the Red Cross, but more broadly, why it matters.
I think it does matter. I think more and more clients understand that making it matter is actually an economic multiplier. And I think that, there is a watch out, which is that brands that simply talk it and don't walk it, in today's day and age of where everything is available with a click of a button and a swipe of a finger, brands that don't really walk it can really kind of stumble. But I think that there is a tremendous economic upside with brands standing up, having a voice, and trying to make society, the world, a little bit better. How they define that sense of purpose is going to be unique brand to brand to brand. But yeah, I think we're all here on this planet, not just to, rent space. I think it's to make things a little bit better off. And I think corporations see that now as well.
So how do brands do that? Is it through the ad council, or how does this sort of how does it develop?
Well, I think yes, it develops through the ad council. It usually starts with the people that work within the company and looking at how the company serves the world at large. So what's right for a FedEx may be very, very, very different than what's right for Apple, and that may be very different than what's right for McDonald's, and that's different than what's right for State Farm. But there isn't one silver bullet in terms of how it all develops. But I will tell you this, usually it's much more powerful if the people that work within the company share in the delivery of that sense of purpose as well as the messaging part of it as well.
It can't be sort of from the top down.
No, it shouldn't be from the top down, but it should escalate all the way up to the top of the company.
Cool. And finally, how do you see the evolving role of the media agency, and what are sort of the expectations from the clients?
Well, clients are coming to us saying, thank you, you're a great media partner, but more and more we're seeing value from you as a business partner to us, because as I mentioned before, we're so much closer to the consumer and who they serve and what their target audience is and who their target audience is and how they behave, that they want us right up front in the strategic planning phase, and they want us intertwined like a helix throughout the entire marketing process. So I think more and more you're seeing bespoke models that bring the content and the context together as one. And that's similar to the theme we talked about before. It's bringing the art and the intelligence or science together as one. You can't have one without the other. The powerful combination is the coming together of both.